This is the Elektra Barlume 2009 model. First thing I'm going to do is switch the machine on, and you will see immediately that it starts to warm up. So what we'd like to do now is set the boiler pressure for the Barlume 3 group. And we have to go into programming to do that, so if we just go to where the programming key should go, there it is there. Press it in, turn it a quarter turn to the right, and we'll just see now in the corner of our eye there that the first group, and it's always the first group that tells you the symbol that you're actually working on to program. So that's just telling you that you're in programming. The symbol that we need to, in fact, set the boiler pressure is on, off, on, on. So to get to that, we have to press this button once and the mid button once. So that's the plus button first and then the mid button second, and we now have the symbol that we need. Now in the mid group, that's always the middle group that tells you what value you have in there. And what you have to do is find out what these values are by looking at the various manuals that we have, and I'll show you something about that later on. And there you see we're at the symbol on, off, and that tells me that we're at the highest possible level, because if I press the plus button you can't go any higher, and that highest possible level is +6 in the Elektra scale. We want to go down to -2 in the Elektra scale because we have discovered empirically that allows us to set the boiler pressure to between 1 and 1.1. And that is off, on, off. That is -2. And we would save that. And that then means that the machine is now set to between 1 and 1.1. We can now simply remove the programming key. Here we have a page taken from the Mathematical Training Manual. This symbol here is a symbol which will enable us to effect a change in boiler pressure. And down here we've got a box showing us all the possible settings that we can make for the boiler. From temperature of -10 to +6 with a normal of 0 here. That is an Elektra scale that we have to work to. -10 degrees would give us a bar pressure of 0.6, not 0.6. We choose to select -2 because that gives us a pressure between 1 and 1.1. So we have set the temperature in the boiler at -10 according to the Elektra scale, and it should come around to be about 0.6 bar. So we'll move it up to -9, so we'll reset to about 0.7, and then we'll make it -8. Clicking off, -7, clicking off, -6, -5, -4, making it up to maybe -3 now, and we're getting close to the -2 that we normally set it at. That one clunks off just before the 1.1. So there's a -2 that we normally have Mathematical set to, and that should run between 1 and 1.1 bar. And that was the pressure valve just trying to open there. So we'll go in and we'll make that 0, 1.3 for 0, +1, taking us up to 1.4, but I won't take it any further than that. You can see how then it's starting to work right through the scale.